Hey folks, bear with us. We're getting stuff put in. We just wanted to get this started. Exciting stuff. This is some exciting stuff. We are streaming. And in theory. Did you pause the video so we don't hear it?
I turned it off.
Hey, Alec.
Let me turn off my phone. We'll fire this sucker up.
Your phone's over here on the table.
I'll get it. Can you see this stuff in the shot? It's right beside my head.
No.
Good. Excellent. Even better. Ignore that. Really fine. Show's over.
Hey, Edvin. Can you make that text any bigger, Aaron?
I think so.
Can you just zoom in on the window?
No, but I can make that.
Like Control Plus or something? We're trying to see chat on a distant monitor, so. But we definitely want to hear your all's opinion on some of this, because some of this, well, I don't want to spoil the big surprise. Amiga Bang, that's called taking off the hat. That's all it takes.
I'll be honest with you, you're pretty much boned. I don't know how to do it. So.
Just press Control Plus. I'm pretty sure that's the zoom for.
No.
Let me look it up real quick, because I mean.
Can you not read that? I can see it, and I'm blind as a bat.
You're also standing in front of it, man.
This seems like something they would make more obvious. Screw it. Let's go.
All right, let's go. I guess I can bring. Oh no, I can't because I'm not connected to your wireless here.
You dumb. You ready?
Yep. We're already. Oh, and we're crashing stream. Oh, it recovered.
I was going to say, what the hell? Okay, you ready? We're going to go.
We're starting. We've already started that. Oh, you got to record?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to an Amigos event.
Yes.
Impromptu. So impromptu that Boat's out of town. Luckily, my buddy here just happened to be around.
I'm not your buddy friend.
You're right. It's my brother. It's the Brent coming in from ARG. So, I had made some remarks earlier today on when we taped ARG Presents that there may be an Amiga like treasure trove coming down the pike, and I think we did pretty good today, Brent.
It looks it.
I spun the online wheel and I made the live in-person deal. And a man walked up to me from St. Albans with a sidearm on his belt, and he was ready to make a deal. And let me tell you something, when you got a sidearm, you've got a lot of bargaining power. But luckily, the deal, he's a real nice guy. We made the deal, and we have come up with some interesting items here from the distant past of Amiga and the C-64. And I'm hoping some of you people that are in live chat or some people that actually watch this video in the future can fill in the blanks, because I literally pulled this stuff out of the car with Brent, brought it into the studio, and we're doing this video right now. We're just going to run through this stuff, let the speculation fly. We'll see what's in it. Of course, I've had none of this stuff taken apart.
Not
I haven't
cleaned,
wiped it off.
not
I haven't done nothing.
tested, nothing.
All right?
Straight so we can get it to you as fast as possible.
Here's what I'm going to do, Brent.
Yeah.
Because, I watch these videos that guys make these deals, and they won't tell you the deal. They
Oh,
just show
you know what you should probably do? You should probably mic.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys. So, a lot of these guys, they will, do you think we should start over?
No.
Okay, I was going to say, So anyway, a lot of people, when they make these deals, they don't tell you what the deal was, like what they paid.
Right.
And I never do that. I like to tell people, here's what I paid. So I'm not going to tell you right away.
Oh, we're going to entice you to the end.
I'm going to show you what we got, and we're going to see who can guess what I paid for this stuff. And I will say, I think I got a pretty good deal.
I think it was, yes. I think it was a fair, depending on working condition, which we won't really know until we get this stuff cleaned up and taking a look. And if you see us looking to the left a lot, We're looking at chat.
Yeah,
so
we didn't have time to do any prep. Brett doesn't have his laptop for the chat, so
it's
we're
all
looking up there.
yeah.
And this is live.
Raw.
You can see we're in the Amiga warehouse here. We've raided this sucker. Well, I mean, I don't know if we go that far, but we at least grabbed a truck full of stuff while they weren't looking and drove off. All right, now we're gonna do a stack of stuff that I've got sitting here right on the table.
Oh no, save
Well,
that.
no, I can't because it's sitting on my microphone cord and I can't get up to get anything else.
Oh, but that's
no,
the best.
we'll get. No, it's not the best.
Oh, it's
stuff.
not the best, but it's good. It's good.
I don't know if
stuff.
it's good or not. To be completely honest, it's some of it's sort of generic. I don't know.
That one item that I'm looking at right now.
Well, there you go. So you ready to start the show? What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the stuff. I'm going to pass the stuff to Brent, and then you can ascertain what this is and the value. All right.
Oh, Aaron, did you reveal your identity to the guy?
No. What identity? He knows me.
Your your online persona.
My online, which I'll mention at the end. So let's start the show.
Yeah.
Right? People don't hear us talk; they hear the play. So this is the first item. What you got here, I believe, is an Amiga 1000 hard drive expansion. All right, I'm gonna.
Yeah, let me hold it. You talk.
All right. This is a Supra 4x4. Now you see it's double trouble there. You've got. I don't know if there's an expansion plugged in. I think there are two expansions plugged in together. Yeah, that's what it is. So you've got actually two Amiga 1000 sidecar expansions. And it looks like one of them, I'm looking at the back of one here, and it's got an external hookup. And I believe the thing it hooks to will be coming up shortly.
Yeah, that's male, by the way, for those that can't see it. And then, of course, this is just your vent.
Get it in there real close. Let them look at the front so they can see what it looks like. Those are two.
There's your plug-in.
Those are actually two hooked in together. I just haven't unplugged them. It's funny. You can see on the side. There's the other thing. You can keep on going, man. The Amiga 1000 can just grow exponentially.
It can.
I believe that. Or it's is that a 1000 or 500? That's a 1000. It's on the right side for a 1000. So there you go. A couple Amiga 1000 peripherals. All right, so that's the first thing I
Feet still intact.
Feet still intact. Now, moving along, you see, I set this aside. Here's something. I actually own one of these. Now I own two, I guess. This is the Commodore branded Amiga 3.5-inch external floppy drive. Now that's the old school, the big dog. I already got one of these actually. It's funny because I never use it anymore, but I do have it, and this one's in about the same shape. You will bear in mind that this stuff is a bit dirty.
Female.
Yeah, so you don't know what you're going to get. But and the dude I talked to has no idea if any of this stuff works, and so that's pretty much the way you buy all this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So there's your old.
I believe you said the collector said that he collected this stuff, but he hasn't messed with it. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Well, no. That was all crap. I think he was working an angle.
Oh, okay.
So I talked to this guy. This stuff belonged to his wife or ex-wife's father. And guess where this guy works? You ready for this? He's the main tech guy. And
TV channel in our area.
Yeah. So there you go. That's an external, old school 3.5-inch floppy drive. Now, I think this sort of goes in line with the the first thing we showed you. This is a external enclosure for a 20 megabyte labeled 20 megabyte Supra hard drive. And you can see, I think this is a SCSI. And I'd wager this would plug into the external port in that the Amiga 1000 expansion. So there you go with that. Now, and hopefully, now let me see the back of that thing. What kind of hookups they have for power? It's got a standard power jack on that.
Try to get the old spider eggs
Yeah,
off.
I might have a few spider eggs involved in this stuff. So next on the docket, now we're moving from these are all sort of, well, I mean, this drive could go on anything. These are sort of Amiga 1000 peripherals.
Now, answer me something here, Aaron.
Yeah, go ahead.
In the day, how far would 20 meg get you?
I mean, it would get you pretty far. I mean, honestly, you got to think. Also, it depends on what you're doing with it, right? It will get you pretty far. You got to think the first sets of hard drives the first hard drive I ever got, I believe, was a 20 meg, and then I expanded to the whopping 40 meg. So that was a pretty big deal.
For those that like to see this under stickers,
that would probably cost you several $100s for that enclosure.
Oh, sorry, had it upside down.
Vanna White, you ain't. So there you go, hard drive enclosure. Now, moving on to another expansion for another system. This is a Data Flyer 500.
Now this I've never even seen before.
This is for the Amiga. I believe this would go on your Amiga 500. I think I actually had one of these briefly and got rid of it. Now that, what you've got there will often have a hard drive in it. It will have a. Can you see out through the thing? Can you? It looks like there's a Let me see that.
This does not feel heavy enough.
It's pretty heavy
to have a hard drive in it, but the hard drive was heavier.
I can't tell looking into it. I mean, there's a lot of dust in there. I think it does have a hard drive in it. That's a hard drive enclosure, and sometimes you would have some other crap in there too, depending on what they stuffed in it, like memory expansions and that sort of stuff.
Now the back of this looks kind of sunk.
Well,
you can see in there that there are pins.
Well, what you probably had, there's probably a variety of that has an expansion that goes back there that this didn't have. So that'd be my guess.
Now, is this a standard connector here, Aaron?
That is your Amiga 500 sidecar connector, yeah.
Well, that is a
You'll notice, by the way, the Amiga 1000 sidecar goes on the other side.
Yeah.
Now, here's a fun fact. You could actually take the Amiga 500 stuff and plug it into the Amiga 1000 slot. It would just be in backwards. So, yeah, I don't know why they did it that way. I always thought that was kind of strange.
Boy, you know what this screams? I'm going to break.
Well, if that would actually go...
Look how far that sticks out,
Right, but
guys.
I mean, it goes into the system. It's not like you're going to be...
I know, but I'm just talking about carrying it around. I guess once it's in there, it's in there.
Yeah.
But holy cow, that thing is a beast on the side.
Yeah, you wouldn't carry those around normally, you know. Now, okay, I'm going to get up and grab the next item here. Now, I'm still mic'd up, so I guess I can keep talking. This was not really something I was interested in, but he threw it in, so I said, what the heck? But in actuality, there's an interesting
so to be fair, this cost free, what you're getting ready to show.
Well, I mean, everything had a price, right? It's just that I paid Brenny. This is unusual.
This is something you wanted.
I don't know what's in here. This is an Amiga. I've never seen one of these in person. That's an Amiga. That's an Amiga 5 1/4 inch.
We'll go over that in
floppy
just a second.
drive, right there. Now I've seen pictures of these. I mean, it's not like I don't think they're mega rare or anything, but I've never seen one. I've never held one. You know what I mean? This would be pretty old. This would have came out back when the 1000 was put out. What was the disc in? Anything?
Well, yeah, we'll talk about that in just a second.
I think that's just it fits into a standard floppy adapter.
Yeah, this is C-64 and Amiga branded.
Huh?
Yeah, it's got the C-64.
Oh, that's like just a Commodore thing.
Yeah, well, that's what
that wouldn't fit a Commodore 64 though.
No.
And I've got, well, I'll show you those next. But yeah, that's
and the free disc we ended up getting with this.
the free disc. They threw it in. Anything good?
It's Norton 3.1.
Okay. Norton, you say?
That's what it says.
Well, something tells me that disc probably didn't come with that drive initially. That'd be my guess. But you never know, man.
Now, what would they have been using this drive for that would have Norton?
Well, why would you? Let me ask you a question. It's a pop quiz, hot shot.
All right. I hope the answer's blue.
You've got an Amiga 1000, let's say.
Okay.
Right? It comes standard with a 3.5 inch floppy drive. Okay. So why would you need a 5 1/4 inch floppy on the Amiga? Why do you think that is?
I play old stuff.
No, incorrect.
All right.
Because there is no old stuff on that. The first Amiga came with a 3.5 inch floppy. Here are your answers. A bridge board or even some kind of cross DOS or something, using that to write disk. That would be. So there's a chance that Norton disk is in there because they were using some sort of MS-DOS on their Amiga, and they were using that to pull files in from the PC. That's just a guess.
There you go.
All right, and you guys in the chat room can.
Because I would imagine Norton probably not real prevalent on the Amiga or C-64.
Correct. Now, these were a couple ads. You never asked for them; they just sort of follow you home. I think we all know what that bad boy is. There is
God, it's a beast.
It's a 1541, the Moose, the big dog. I'll add that to the pack, the stack of these things. You know, for someone who doesn't really care much about the C-64,
You're amassing a huge collection.
Yeah, there you go.
Now these, Aaron.
Yeah.
What would you say the reliability on these are?
It's not good. That said, the ones I've got do work. Now you're going to see a difference here in these two drives, by the way. I think it's interesting.
All right, I'll keep this one around for
They will go.
Moment.
You know, you got to think. Effectively, this is a C-64 in a gimmick. I mean, it's a C-64 in a box.
Right.
You can take these drives, set them up to copy, and then unhook them from a computer. They'll do it all by themselves. You know, they've got wacky tricks. And speaking, just in case you wanted to do that, here's another one. This came along for the ride. Now, notice there's two interesting uses of this one. What do you see this? different on
I
this
see a
one.
little toggly.
There's a toggle switch on this. I would love for someone that knew something about the C-64 to tell me what the heck that is. It's also labeled 8 and 9 on the. It's got number 9 on there. It's also, if you look, it's got a different drive latch on the front of it.
Yeah,
it's different than the first one.
This is a press down one where it's all in the middle. Where the previous one, Aaron, if you want to hold this for just a moment.
Yeah.
Well, this one is more of your traditional swing latch.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why there would be a toggle switch. I know someone out there knows. Now I know you can put different. Like basically C mode or BIOS is in these to do different stuff. But so maybe there's someone put something in, they can toggle back and forth between two different. Who knows? I mean, I'm literally, that's speculation out the yin yang. I'm looking over here in the chat to see anybody else. Select drive selector. What does that mean, Necronom? Can you explain what a drive selector does?
And there is a dead zone in the switch. It's up, middle, down. That might have just been because that's the switch they had. Excuse me, I do not know.
A chat room that they're saying that was a drive ID select. Was that standard or is that an add-on, fellas?
Oh, I would imagine
if you know if that's a standard or an add-on, yeah, or a different, yeah. So looks like I might be right about the ROM. So that's kind of neat. I'm sure the boys will figure out that if they think that's something. So anyway, there's that. Now, if you're going to have a C-64 floppy drive, you got to have one of these. Now, keep in mind these are.
Let's see.
Is it last? Okay, that's okay.
So yeah, something's got her.
So I want to draw your attention to a weird port on the back of this. Spin that thing around. Okay, who knows what that is? And I've got to guess. I've got several C-64s, and I don't know what that is, but I've got a guess, and I'll explain the guess here in a second when I bring out this next item. Now, this item is of some interest. Brent, because this, I've been told by the guy, the fellow that sold me this stuff, that he had offers of $500, or not including shipping, on this next item, if they'll ship it to like Texas. So apparently this next item is something of some unusual qualities.
All right. I don't believe him, but okay.
Okay. So the next item we're going to bring up is a sort of a mystery item. Prepare your back. All right, here we go. I'm going to go grab this here. Okay. Here you go. The front's the business end.
Oh, dear God, why?
I told you. So what you've got here is, that's the rear end of it. You can see that same port on the back. You see that, Brent?
I can't point to it.
Right there.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's your interface. Now spin that thing around, Brenny.
Oh, this thing weighs a ton.
This is a Commodore CBM C-64 hard drive, as far as I can tell. I can tell you that inside of this is a small chunk of a dwarf star.
What's right under my hand? I feel like I'm going to crush.
It actually weighs more than the Brent.
Oh, my God.
He's hurting himself. Now.
Oh.
This
thing weighs 30 pounds.
Right, and which is one of the reasons why my guy did not want to ship this to Texas, despite their best efforts.
Oh, bam! Look what it says right on the back.
What's it say?
Hard disk.
Yeah, hard disk. So, now how many people here have ever had a hard disk on their C-64?
Well, I think we might be one.
My guess is, fellas, now this has look at that. There's a jumper bank.
Yeah.
No, that's a connector bank.
Yeah.
My bad. And then there's that weird port. So my guess is this C-64 has been gimmicked up, right, with this with a interface port for this hard drive, and I guess that's the way you do it. You guys know more about the Commodore Business Machine C-64 than I do, but just from looking on the chat here, this looks like an item of some interest.
Here, I'm going to give that one back to you.
What am I supposed to do with it?
Put it over there.
So there you go. Anybody wants to take a picture now?
Take a picture. It's a video,
I would
man.
wager, I'll be honest with you, Brentster, in the realm of computers, people put all kinds of crazy stuff and other stuff. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah.
So if you told me, if you said, hey, dummy, you can put a hard drive up in a C-64. I'd have been like, yeah, okay, I'll buy it, but I don't know how. I don't know if that ever happened, and I don't know what you would do with it. And I sure as heck wouldn't expect Commodore to come out with their own gimmick, right?
Yeah.
So that much said, I would wager this right here is cash money on the barrel head right here.
Something to note. I just was looking here at this toggle switch in the front.
Yeah.
The top toggle is labeled 9, just like our disk drive.
There you go. So who knows? Maybe I'm assuming, I don't know if their C-64 has anything in it to even accommodate a hard drive. So maybe it assumes this thing's a very large floppy drive.
No, maybe they were using it to produce floppies.
So people in the chat seem to think this thing is a marvel. It is not in the best shape in terms of the outer casing, and it's dirty. But who knows what the internals have in it. I know it's got several tons of concrete.
Yeah.
Are inside of this thing. I'll tell you that right now because there's a ton of stuff on there. So anyway, I thought you guys might get a kick out of that. Let me put this thing back over here. Oh, move on. Now,
watch your mic.
I'm on it. Now I'm just gonna sort of hold these next items up just because I've got them, and you can see them. All right. So, and I am watching, Brent. So, what I've got here, everything's so heavy in the past, Brent.
Yeah, what you've got right now,
Yeah.
lighter than that hard drive.
Yeah, here. Can you grab this for a second? I think I've got. Okay.
Oh yeah, considerably lighter than the hard drive.
Yeah.
Big old CRT monitor.
What you've got there is your standard, old school, 1084S. Here, you can hand me that back. I actually have had. This is a This is a 1084S-DI, and then hold on a second, guys. This I've never seen one branded like this.
Oh, just about dropped it.
There you go. This one is see what I'm sure it says on the back. What it is? This is an Amiga branded monitor. Does it say on the back what that is?
1 second, I'll see. It says it is a model 1080.
This is a 1080. This is an.
Oh, we're lagging.
There's an ancient monitor right there.
But look at the port. That's some good ports.
Yeah. All right. Man, the one time I need the chat room to really come through and. Yeah.
Well, we're back.
Okay, so now, Brent, we're not gonna go directly to the main event here. We're going to go into the sub-main event, which will be this right here.
Oh, the basket of goodies.
This is the basket of fun. Now, we don't know what's in this basket of fun.
Not sponsored by Lowe's.
No. But we're gonna look through it, and
we're not gonna pull stuff out, are we?
yeah, oh yeah, pulling stuff out, absolutely. So,
do you like mice?
I do. Now, the guy told me that we would be getting, I believe he said 6 mice with this. Which, if you know anything about mice, these things are getting up there. There's your tank mouse. I'm going to kind of set these off. I see another tank mouse. The old standard there.
This looks like PC.
Let me see it. It would be surprising, but it's not impossible.
Serial. Yeah, it's a serial mouse.
Okay, so he's sucked it. Now, you can actually use these in emulation when you're doing PC stuff. So there's a chance that I suppose he could have had one stuck in there, or it could just be something he had sitting around. We'll throw this in the double garbage. That's an unusual looking mouse, though. I don't know that brand. What else you got?
Hold that.
Another tank mouse. That's 3 tank mice.
3 tank mice.
And we do apologize for the stream kicking out there. I don't know what happened. Hopefully we won't have it happen again on us. There we go.
This also looks like a standard serial mouse.
This is like Bo's World of Tanks shirt. There's tank mice everywhere. Now this one is an Amiga and Atari ST mouse.
Oh yeah, it sure is.
This has got a switch on the side. Look at that. I've seen a couple of these that are like that. So this is actually an Amiga. Hey, that might be pretty good. That feels pretty good too.
Hey Aaron.
Yeah.
Hey, how about another tank mouse?
Another tank mouse. This one's got a number on the back. This is a 1 of 1350.
I'm guessing it's stickered after the fact.
I don't know why I have no idea why they did that, but
Let's go ahead and get this thing out of the way.
now that right there, bro, what do you think that is?
That is a Commodore power supply, I'm guessing for, not the system.
When I see the end of this, I can tell you directly what it is. There you go.
That might be easier said than done. We'll see what we got here. All right, we've got one free. That is the wall unit.
Keep going, dude. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Bam!
This is what you got here, and I think anyone that knows, this is your standard Amiga 500 power supply right there. Amiga 500 power supply. These things are slowly dying everywhere. What else you got? Oh, look
How
at that.
about a little joystick?
Now this joystick that's a small base on this thing here.
Birds.
This unit operates with the Atari 2600, 400, 800. It is.
Why not?
It's loose as the spruce goose. There goes the stream again. And then there's the back end of it. So there's that.
Standard garbage cable.
Okay, that's your power cable.
Power cable for the US.
All right, what else you got?
How about this little gem?
Oh, I know what this is. Anyone that has an Amiga 500 knows what that is. That is an Amiga 520. This is a converter to go from your Amiga 500 to a composite out. These are garbage, hot garbage. If you go like this to them, ting, and knock them out of that port, blammo, blammo, it's magic smoke time. No good.
Yeah. Don't even plug them
That's
in.
one of the big failings of the 500. If you have to use that, I mean, they didn't have to use this overseas. They're here. These are garbage. But a lot of them are blown up, so we got that going for us. More.
All right, this is just standard cabling.
That's fine. I'll take all that. This actually looks like a printer cable, because I want to hook up my dot matrix. This looks like some sort of PCI, and this is a keyboard hookup. What else you got?
Looks like a whole lot more jumbled cables.
All right.
Just standard cable.
There's more PCI stuff, and that looks like another printer port cable. What else you got?
That thing.
Well. Okay.
If I get to the cord ends, it might.
This looks ancient.
Well, that has nothing.
Okay. I don't know what this is. This might just be some random crap this guy had in his garage that he threw in the box. I'm going to go with that. You're the knot master, dude. What's on the end of this? Does it keep going?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Broken thing.
Okay,
Show that to the audience. Oh, you're way off camera. There you go. No idea what that one is, folks.
That's going into Garbaggio, I think. Watch that be the thing that makes the hard drive work. No, this is a serial cable, it looks like.
Okay, to save everyone the time.
Is there any good stuff in there?
Cable.
That's a C-64.
Commodore power supply.
It's a C-64 power supply. What else you got?
We got this silver thing, which I
Yep.
believe.
That looks like a
Radio Shack amplifier, two-way amplifier.
All right, that's just for cable TV stuff.
Oh, something down here in the bottom. Can't go wrong with a stick of RAM.
Stick of RAM, you say?
Yeah, here, I'll let you open that.
This is an 8 meg DIMM for the 6400. Whatever that is.
And
hopefully one of the things I've got says 6400.
And then the rest of this is
Do you
just
see anything that
cabling.
looks like a table, like a phone cord in there at all?
I've got this phone cord thing.
That is what I'm looking for, and I'm hoping one side of it's a little bit curly.
Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah.
Knucklehead.
That's the one thing
Here,
I
take
desperately
this.
wanted you to find in here.
Well, it goes on and on.
Yeah, that I need.
And on.
And I see some IDE cables in there,
Yeah.
or SCSI, something.
Sorry, Aaron. That appears to just be a phone cord.
Well, that's okay. We'll take it. I see some Commodore branded. What is this cord cable right here? Is that some sort of a? Is it a monitor cable?
It's a C-64. It's just yeah.
So the rest of this is pretty much cable ripping.
Cable.
All right, let's get on to the big deals here. Okay, set that over to the side there. All right, I'm going to grab this stuff here. Although we may have already had the main event and not knew it. So,
The C-64 hard drive is pretty impressive.
yeah.
The density alone adds value.
Here you go, Brent. Show that to the fine folks. That's an Amiga 500, y'all. It's dirty as heck. I haven't opened it. I don't know what's in it. But it's complete. And he told me that it works. So we shall see. It looks like, what's written on the bottom of that, Brenny?
On the bottom, we have little notes you find with computer stuff are always the best. It appears to be phone numbers. We got Paula's extension, Denise's extension,
So this is probably a work computer.
and Agnes.
All right.
Gary is also
Those are
listed.
chips. Those are chip addresses. Those are chip Paula, Denise, and I like it. You can't have enough of those. But you'll notice that the top has been butchered by an idiot. So that's always a good thing. Now, if you'll hold this, Brenny. This is what really got my attention on this one, y'all.
Shift button might need some attention.
You know, I've been looking for one. Here it is.
Ah!
I know. It's angelic, really. It's the Amiga 1000.
Mouse.
What do you mean, mouse?
You're going to hit your mouse.
Oh, yeah. It's the Amiga 1000. I've been dying to get me one of these bad boys, and there it is. I used to own the very first Amiga we had was a 1000, Brent. You
Yep.
remember that?
Yep.
These are glorious machines. Glorious, I say. And it's one that I've bought and sold twice. There won't be a third time. I'm keeping this bad boy under lock and key. There's no Kickstart disc for it, but I think I can wrangle one up. And you've got your expansion. So I'm assuming those various expansions stuck on the end of this bad boy.
It's actually in pretty good shape.
It is. And the keyboard looks pretty good too. Did you see the shift's a little wonky on
The
it?
shift is, yeah, it's impressed and won't pop.
That's okay. I can take care of that.
Yeah.
Now the thing that worries me is I don't think I've got the keyboard, the actual keyboard,
Attacher.
the keyboard
Well, I
cable.
don't know. Some of those.
And I don't think this. I don't think you can just hook anything to it. I think you have to have a special one. Yeah, they have to have a special one. But that's something I can find. I'll find that. But there it is. There's the Amiga 1000. I'm stoked. I'm stoked, as it were, on that one. What do you think, Brent? Your overall thoughts? You've seen what we've paraded in front of you. That's everything. We didn't hold anything back, did we?
No, I believe that is the lot of it.
And keep in mind that we have not opened any of these systems or drives, so we don't know. I mean, I know there's boards in them, but I don't know if there's expansions or bridge boards or any of that stuff aside from the stuff that you've seen. So now, it's now a fun time for the chat room. Who wants to take a guess on the overall cost of this stuff?
In U.S. dollars.
In U.S. dollars.
We've got 2 monitors.
Good job, Neville. Yeah.
A Amiga 500, an Amiga 1000, 2 Commodore disk drives. We have an Amiga disk drive.
5 1/4 inch.
2 expansion ports.
Did you get the Amiga 3.5 inch?
Amiga 3.5 inch. The Commodore hard drive.
The Commodore itself.
The Commodore itself. 4 tank mice, 1 additional mouse.
And then a PC mouse.
And
There you go.
the grand total, Aaron? Oh, people are nailing it.
Yeah. I think I announced it. That might be why.
Do it.
It was, in fact, $300.
On the nose.
$300 for this haul. I think I did pretty good.
I think you did okay.
Brittany. I think I did pretty good. Now, this gentleman also informed me that this gentleman also has another computer for sale, and it is a Silicon Graphics workstation.
Yes.
That
you chose to pass on.
I passed on it. He wanted $100 for the workstation and the monitor.
Right. In unknown condition.
Well, he says it turns on.
Which means nothing.
But I don't know anything about Silicon Graphics workstations.
Correct.
Not my bag, So, but I've left the door open in case I find someone that's interested in Silicon Graphics workstations.
Yeah, if someone says, "Oh my gosh, go back and get it today," let us know. But considering we don't know the condition, we don't know anything about it, we don't know what to do with it, it would literally just be passing hands, pretty much.
Yeah, just what about 2 months ago, I got that big haul of goodies for the Coco.
Yeah.
and it was glorious. Had a great time opening it, and I think this is equally as glorious. This is a lot of great stuff. It needs cleaned and checked on, obviously, and surely won't be keeping all of this stuff, especially stuff like the monitors and
the 500's going to go.
I've already got a 500.
We already got
it. But it'll be a lot of fun to test the expansions and stuff. It'll be a lot of fun to look through the hard drives. It's always a good time. And once I get a keyboard adapter for this bad boy, I've had my eye on Amiga Love's Rejuvenator program, and I didn't have a 1000 to enjoy it. And so now, Mr. Love, if that is your real name, I love Amiga Love. I will be watching that program with keen interest. You know, that Rejuvenator, he got the bulk of the, I think he got one of the boards out of Cincinnati, so not too far from us. And I would love to see that come to fruition because I'd love to be getting me in some of that. But hey, and you never know, maybe this will be the machine I put the Vampire in. I kind of like the idea of the ancient Amiga 1000 rising from its grave. Rise from your grave. Just like Altered Beast, which is horrible in the Amiga. I apologize. And maybe really cranking this thing up. So that's it. Yeah, let me tell you something. Someone just suggested I give Boat one of these computers. Good luck. Boat
he's overflowing with stuff.
He doesn't want Amiga hardware. I've tried.
I'll be completely honest.
Here's the thing. I may try to, our good buddy in the Great White North, Jason Warrens, has apparently repaired the Amiga 600 motherboard that I had. And so I've got an Amiga 600 board in one now, but this is a PAL one. And so I may try to entice Boat with an Amiga 600 that he can, a small one, that he can set beside the Specky. And because you know how Boat is, and he's got the facilities to accommodate that.
Right, well, that's a much better form factor, I think, for him.
Yeah. So, thanks for tuning in. This is spur of the moment, but we figured, what the heck, let's share it with the gang.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be fun. So, and if we know the stream is a little wonky, so if some of this got cut off or whatever, I'm going to post it and you rewatch it and get it on and watch it, if you have any insight, if you're watching this video and you don't even know who's this guy and who's his buddy, you don't know who we are. If you got some insight on some of this weirder stuff, I'd love to hear it. Drop us a comment down in the box below, the chat box. Sign up for the Amigos web channel on YouTube. We get a lot of crazy videos up on there, don't we? And these kind of deals in the States are a rare thing, aren't they, Brad?
They do not happen.
Now, if I was in, say, L.A., we're laughing.
Yeah.
It's fun time. Or but we're not in L.A.
L.A. is 7 times the population of our state.
That's right. So we're not in L.A. we're just holding on to what we got. So we got lucky. This is a great local find. I only drove 15 minutes to pick this up.
It's
just
amazing.
Right down the street. It was unbelievable. Fell into my lap.
It did.
So thanks again, guys, for joining us. Thanks to everybody that joined us in the chat, and thanks for watching at home. And we will catch you on the flip side. Maybe I'll do some videos where I fool with this stuff, so we're down the line. It'll be fun.
Clean up the restoration of it.
That's right. Until then, adios.
All right, guys. Thanks,
guys,
so much.
Thanks. Sorry for the no notice, but I thought you guys might get a kick out of it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the help, too. We appreciate your input. If you guys, for those of you that are on Discord, hey, keep me in the loop. I don't know what this C-64 hard drive is a total mystery to me. So I'm going to be taking any input I can get on that, guys.
And if it turns out to be nothing, but you need an anchor for your boat, we got you covered.
An expensive anchor.
Yeah.
Adios.